guys, it's Allie from Confessions of a Teenage Bookworm, and this is my April book haul. I actually ended up getting 13 books this past month. 4 of them were early birthday presents from one of my best friends, and then the others are just ones that I got like all throughout the month from thrift stores. The first book I got was Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I haven't read this book yet, but I really loved Pride and Prejudice, so I'm really excited to read it soon. And I absolutely love the colors and the way the cover's done on this. It's so pretty. Hopefully I will get to it soon, eventually. The book I got was Frozen by Melissa De La Cruz and Michael Johnston. I have read Melissa's Isle of the Lost books for Disney Descendants, but I have not read anything else by her, and I'm excited to see how this goes because I wouldn't usually pick up books like this on my own, but the book is actually really, really pretty, and it sounds good, it sounds interesting, so I am excited to read it. 4 books that I got were birthday presents from one of my best friends, Sierra. The first book that she gave me is A Time to Die by Nadine Brandeis. I am so sorry if I messed up that last name. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Sierra has been wanting me to read this series for a long time, and so she got the first book for me for my birthday, and she actually got it signed to me from the author, which I love signed books so much. And we are actually buddy reading this right now. We started it the day I got it, and we only have about 90 pages left, and so far it is really, really good, and I'm very, very intrigued by the world and the plot line for it. So I am very excited to see how it ends. This book haul is so long. Books that she gave me were The Vanishing Sculptor and Dragons of the Watch by Danita K. Paul. They are books 1 and 3 in the Carol Chronicles. I think The Vanishing Sculptor is actually under a different title now. I think it got republished as The Dragons of Carol. But I actually like that I have the first title instead of the newer one, just because I like the originals of things usually. I found this book and I wasn't able to get it when I first found it, and I complained to my friend about really wanting to read it and not being able to get it, and she actually ended up getting these 2 for me for my birthday, so I am very excited to read them soon. I absolutely love the Dragon Keeper Chronicles by her, and I've read the first 2 books and they are amazing, and I'm actually borrowing the next 2 from my friend so that I can get through the series soon, and I am very excited to see how that one goes as well. The book that Sierra got me was the novelization of the new Beauty and the Beast movie, and I am so happy because one thing you should know about me is that I am probably the biggest Beauty and the Beast fan that you will ever meet, because I connect to Belle so much. We have the same hair and eye color. We're both crazy about books and animals, and I was wanting this book for a while too, and I just hadn't gotten around to buying it, and she found it and sent it to me for my birthday, and I'm actually going to be reading it very soon. And the cover is so gorgeous, and I love it just so much. The books I got last month was the illustrated works of Jane Austen. It has Sense and Sensibility, Emma, and Northanger Abbey in it. It's huge. So I actually now have 2 copies of Sense and Sensibility, but the first copy was so pretty, and then this one gives me 2 more books to add to my Jane Austen collection that I have not read yet. So I am very excited, and I love the illustrations in it. I've actually looked at some of the illustrations just flipping through, and they look really good. So I will probably be reading this at some point. I love how I keep saying I'm going to read this probably at some point because that is how most bookworms work. The next book I got was the Seasons of the Heart collection by Jeanette Oke. This is all 4 books in her Seasons of the Heart series. I actually own 2 of them in individual copies, but I saw this one and decided why not get it so that I can have the other 2 already on hand instead of trying to look for them so that I can read those too. And I'll probably still be keeping the individual copies just because I really love the covers of them. So I really like Jeanette Oke's writing so far. I've only read 1 book. I buddy read that with my friend Sierra a few months ago. I read A Gown of Spanish Lace and it was really good. So hopefully I will enjoy these just as much. What I got was Unthinkable by Nancy Werlin. It is, I think, it's listed as the 2nd book on Goodreads to the Impossible duology, I guess. From the sounds of it, it almost sounds like it's a prequel, but I plan on reading Impossible first just in case, which means I'm going to have to go find it. But it sounds really interesting and the cover is really, really pretty. So hopefully I will be able to get Impossible soon. I got The Field Guide by Toni DiTerlizzi and Holly Black. It is the first book in the Spiderwick Chronicles. I read it a few years ago. I absolutely loved the movie, and I got like all of the books from the library and read them because they're really small. But it's been a while, and I have some of the books, but I actually don't have this one. And I really like collecting books of series that I like, even though I've read them, because I love rereading books, which is why I have a TBR list miles long, and I keep rereading books. I really hope to read this one soon. I actually am planning on reading this one soon for a readathon, so hopefully it is as good as I remember it being. We are at the last books that I acquired in the month of April, which is a miracle because there are so many books that I got last month. The last books that I got are Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. I actually have all of the entire series already, but these 3 are in hardback, and my original copies that I own are in paperback. I actually only have the last 2 in hardback before I got these. And my paperbacks are kind of beat up. I read them so many times. I absolutely love the Harry Potter series. And I'm definitely keeping my paperbacks for sentimental reasons because they're the ones that I grew up reading, and I would never give them away because I am way too connected to my books. But I really, really love having these in hardcover. And I'm really actually hoping to reread these at some point so that I can actually say that I bought them and then read them instead of just letting them sit on my shelf. But I obviously have like no guilt about reading the Harry Potter series again because I love them, and we will see when I eventually do that. So that was the end of my April book haul, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next time. Bye! Even though it was pretty long. And the next 4 books that I got are... The reason I hesitated was because the person who actually gave me the books for my birthday messaged me and I got distracted.